universities?
That time, actually, PIE, the Program for Intellectual Empowerment, we were just kind of getting to a point where we had been open for about 3 years, just coming out of the pandemic. And my kiddos, I call them kiddos, they're all young adults now. But my kiddos were starting to become adults. They were turning 18, 19. And I really wanted to put them in a place like a workforce out in the community, socialize. But I wanted to have purpose. And so I'm big on markets. I think looking back, I've always had like an entrepreneur spirit. I just didn't realize it. Because even when I was little, I used to take my parents' fruit. We had like a bunch of fruit trees and I would go sell it to like the baseball people.
Oh, nice.
When I was like 7 or 8, I'd go and sell like a peach for 50 cents or like, an apple for like 10 cents. And so I think I've always had that in me. And Jack was looking for vendors. I think it was like his first NARFest. And, it seemed not intimidating. It was indoors. I could bring some kiddos and just kind of see what was going on. And I think he even supplied the tables, which was nice because we didn't really have much going on as far as like a setup. And so then, taking the kids, and at that point we were just starting our 3D print program. And so like we have 3D printers and my kiddos design earrings.
Nice.
So like they print earrings and they have these really, really pretty things. They come up with really fun things. One of my kiddos, he really wanted to make Saturn earrings. He loves Saturn.
Nice.
And so we have Saturn earrings if anyone ever wants them. And we took the kids to go to the markets. And the first like year, it was hard. We always had to staff a lot of people, and like each kid had somebody, because it was like herding cats, trying to keep them in the booth. They didn't know what a booth was. They didn't know what to sell. They didn't know how to interact with people. And then like fast forward 3 years later, now they really love it. I think we saw Jack at Comic-Con last year. Because now we go to Comic-Con, we go to like the holiday market, we go to the Saturday market, we go to the Lola market.
Wow.
We just kind of go everywhere. And the kids love it. They actually even start to bother me about it. Because January to March is like no markets. It's actually like closed market season. It's like a break. Yeah. And so I've had to tell the kiddos like we've had to take a break. But they bugged me so much that we signed up for the Women's Expo in Hillsboro that's coming up February 22nd to 23rd.
Nice. Good plug.
Yeah, my kids are gonna be my young adults will be there selling their stuff. The girl that does tinsel will be there doing tinsel. And so it's really just been really exciting for the kids to be a part of something. They all make their own money. We have like a quote unquote bank. And what I tell the kids and why we do this is because I believe that if we can find the things that we care about, we can make a career out of it, because the word care is in career.
I heard you say that, and I was like, "Ooh, that's good. Yeah, that's good."
And a lot of people are like, There's a lot of things that we like. Like I like Red Bull. I like fried chicken. But there are very few things that we care about. Yeah. And the things that we care about are the things that if they went away, we would die. So if Red Bull went away, I would be fine, right? If fried chicken went away, I'd be fine.
It'd be hard.
It'd be hard.
It'd be hard.
But I'd be okay.
Yeah.
Right. If my dogs went away, if like I couldn't foster my dogs anymore, I would probably die. Right? That's something I care about. And so with these kiddos, and just I think anyone in general, is you find the things that you care about, and then you can really pursue those things. Yeah. And that's what we do with our students. We take them to PCC. We do all sorts of stuff with them to just try to find something that they care about, because they have a ton of things they like, which is why they're bouncing all over the place. But trying to find the things they care about. And one thing that they really care about is, right now, a few of them really care about making money and selling stuff.
I believe the kids call it hustling nowadays. Yeah. So the program, or is it still say PIE, or is it PIE? Because there's an M at the end of it, right?
It's PIE.
It's PIE. Okay. It was founded in 2018. About so, when that first year came and gone, what were some of the, maybe this next year, the sophomore year of this program, I'll do this better. What were some of those kind of early on mistakes?
I mean, early on, I would say that we were very much just a classroom without like a school. We just kind of it was just me and some families that, you know, found a better methodology that we really wanted to utilize without the hindrance of red tape or other boundaries or structures or things in place that kind of come with certain jobs. And so, you know, that first year, I would say up until the pandemic, you know, we kind of just ran how we ran. There wasn't really too much planning in the future. I knew that I wanted to grow with my students. I knew that we couldn't stay the way we were. And so everything that I've done with PIE is to build something for them, is to build a better program for them, to build, especially now that my kiddos are to the age out stage where in school districts, after a certain age, they age out. And so there's no more learning for them. And so I really wanted to create a program for those kids that have aged out, quote unquote, because I believe learning is lifelong. And I think that if given the opportunities, we should always be pursuing higher education, not in like an academic setting or sense, but really there's so much information out there that we would be fools to not educate ourselves further and in the right way. You know, we have people that are experts in their field. And so with PIE, it was all about what is lacking in society. And a lot of what's lacking in society with people with disabilities, especially if they've aged out, is there's no community. Which is why PIE has grown to where it's gone. It's like, eventually I knew that we were going to do an art gala, that I really wanted to create something exciting for the community to highlight people with disabilities, chronic illnesses, or neurodivergence, to really just not hide them anymore. I think that our society does a really good job of putting people with disabilities or differences to the side, and we pretend that they don't exist as long as they're cared for, quote unquote. And so everything that I've done is really to change that narrative and to challenge it.